Alright, what's up? White Eagle Trading. On this channel, I teach technical analysis that you can use for the stock market, crypto, coins, and foreign exchange. Everything I teach here, you can use for all three of those markets. This is strictly just technical analysis and how to learn how to read a chart that you're trying to trade. So I have Bitcoin pulled up. We were talking about this in the last video, going over support and resistance. So I still have those things pulled up, but what I want to go over in this video are candlesticks, okay? And why you should use candlesticks, if not some form of it. I like to just use the normal candlesticks. I try to make things as simple as I possibly can. But let's say this. Let's start off with this, all right? So let's just pick a candlestick. Let's pick a big one. This one right here, all right? December 4th, 2021. You see there's a little line here, and then there's like a bulky section, all right? And what that means is the top, if the candle is red, then the top of this bulky section is where the candlestick opened. All right. So each one of these candlesticks that you see represents a day. I have the chart set at a day. Now I can change it to an hour. Now that's going to show me each one of these candlesticks represents one whole hour. So if you change the time frame, it changes the time frame of that candlestick to whatever you're looking at, right? So each one of these candlesticks represents a day. And that's why gotta point that out, because if you change it, the candlestick doesn't represent a day anymore. It represents whatever you do up here, your time frame. So that day, Bitcoin opened at like 53,626 or so. We'll just say that, all right? And throughout that day, you have the wicks, all right? So this is technically called the body of the candle, the big section, and the wicks are the little lines. And the wicks show you the range of price action that it had that day. So that day, there's a little wick at the top. That day, Bitcoin ranged basically 54,000 all the way down to 42,500. God, that's a really big price. That's a lot of price action right there that day. And then you see the next day, it wasn't like that. So this is the range that it had that day. This is the open, and the bottom of the candlestick is where it closed and moved on to the next candlestick. Okay. So with Bitcoin, it's every 24 hours. All right. So in a 24-hour period, this is the range that Bitcoin traded in. The next 24 hours, it was only this small little range. Okay. So if it's a green candle, so let's use this one right here. It opened at the bottom and it closed at the top. The range was between the wicks right there. Do you see? All right. And I'm going to pull this up. And this is something I just found on Google. All right. I don't even I don't know, just Google it, you know, you can find a bunch of these things. But when it's green, it opens at the bottom of the body, closes at the top. The high and the low of that day or whatever time frame you're looking at. Same, like I said, for the red, it opens here, but it closes here. This is the body, lower wicks, lower shadow, whatever. Same up here, upper, all right? So that's when you're looking at a candlestick chart, that's how you look at it, all right? Now I want to show you why you should use candlesticks or something like it instead of using a line chart. All right. Can you see a difference here? We said December 4th, right? Hold on. Let's go back. Okay, December 4th, right here. It went from, what we say, 42.5 all the way up to like 54. All right, that's like a $12,000 range. Remember, December 4th. I'm going to switch it to the line chart. And December 4th, right? It says that it was at 49,337. 49,337.48. But does it show you that it came all the way down here? Does it show you that it was all the way up here? No, it doesn't. It does not show you the actual price action of what it actually did. Okay? So when you change it back, look, December 4th right here. This is where that big candlestick was. Change it back to candles. Look at that. It showed you, when you have a line chart, it shows you where it closes out at. It does not show you the range of the price action. I think that is very crucial to know so that you know how to look at the candlesticks and not be using these line charts. I don't know if every time I see somebody on Robinhood, they always get a line chart on. Like, how do you even fucking know what the fuck is going on? You don't even see the price action of what's happening. You don't even see what's really happening. These candlesticks show you exactly what's happening. That's why you need to use them. Now, since we went over what you're looking at with these candlesticks, I'm going to be making a video on this kind of stuff. There are candlestick patterns. So once you understand this part, you have bullish and bearish candlestick patterns. And if you want, I'll zoom out so you can go ahead and look at some of them. I mean, this is really, I try to keep it very basic like this too. Whenever I see something like this happening, I have a good idea of which direction it's going to keep going or not keep going, which would be breaking out of support or resistance. Use these little candlestick patterns with those support and resistance of the trend lines and the support lines. The trend support and resistance and the horizontal support and resistance, and you see candlestick patterns like this at those levels, then you have a good understanding of what's possibly about to happen. Don't make predictions. Trade what you see. If you see it bouncing off of a support and it has a, what's the one I like the most? I like the I don't even think they even have it on here. Oh, bullish engulfing. Man, is that one of the best candlestick patterns to see off of support? Because then you have a great idea that that is going to bounce off of that support and move up to the back up to the resistance. You know, that is one that works like a charm for real. It works really well. But shit, let's just go over them now. So like same thing, bearish engulfing. If you see that off of resistance and it's rejecting, like it has that pattern, that candlestick pattern, and it's hitting resistance, it's it's most likely rejecting the resistance and coming back down to support. You can make a trade on that. You can make a trade on that. I mean, you have two separate things telling you that you should be at least paying attention. Maybe not making a trade, but at least paying attention, because there are other things that I think that we have not gone over yet that need to that can line up with this, and you have a good confirmated trade. But you see something like that, one of these candlestick patterns on, if you see any of these on support or you see any of these on resistance, you have two things already lining up for a potential trade. It is telling you that you need to be paying attention. Another one I like, I don't really like this one because there's a gap right there, and gaps always like to get filled, which means that most likely the next candle after this, or the one that it's going to come down and hit that. But that's a good bounce area. That could be a support. Since you already have a bullish candlestick pattern, it might come down and retest this, where this, here, let's zoom in a little bit. It might come down and retest the top of this candle and bounce up for the next high. So that would be ideal. That would be a good thing right there to be paying attention to. I guess same concept over here, the bearish kicker. The shooting star one. I don't. Is there? No, the evening star is the one that I use at this. The evening doji star. Here, I'm gonna give you an example of this one right here. It's on Bitcoin too. If you change it to the hour chart, I think is what it was. Was it this one? No. Oh, okay, let's see. Right here. So it wasn't this, it was more of, what is it? It was more of this, bearish harmony, right? Like it definitely hit resistance right there, and you can see that it just, it's almost like, I call this tweezer top, is what I call it. But here, they're on the bottom. I think they can go on the top too, because that's what I've always called tweezer tops. But it is more of a bearish harmony type of thing. It's just that it opened and closed at the same. See, like this right here, tweezer bottom. If I see that on resistance, but this is red and this is green, which is kind of what was going on here, except like kind of upside down, I have a good idea that this is going to be coming back down to at least this support, which it did. Look, it sure did. It sure enough did. Kind of the same thing right here, you know? Kind of the same situation right there. It came down, found that support, you know? That demand zone. But yeah, so those are candlestick patterns. And these are patterns that you want to see at support or resistance to give you a good idea of what should, or not should, of what could be happening, and that you need to at least be paying attention to it and seeing what other indicators that you can use to get a good confirmated trade. So that is basically the gist of candlesticks, using them on your chart and everything. That it's a lot better than using a line chart. It shows you price action and everything. Oh, let's go ahead and say this too. So these little bars down here are called volume bars, and they line up with each one of these candles. So this is the amount of volume that was traded this day. Same with this big red one, you see? So we'll keep that in mind, but I want to go ahead and just throw that in there. You see red and red, green, green, red, red. It lines up with each one of these candles, and it just basically shows you how much volume was traded in that particular day or whatever time frame you're looking at. Same thing. Go to the hour chart. Each one of these volume bars is how much volume was traded for that particular hour until it moved on to the next candlestick. Okay? This is very important, and we'll be going over that in another video. But I wanted to go ahead and just throw that in there because it does correspond with the candlesticks. So that's basically it there. If I think of anything else, or if y'all think of anything else that y'all would like to know, or maybe I didn't go over it, something that you really don't understand about the candlesticks, man, let me know, because I'm really here just to help, you know? So with that being said, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace out.